Yeah, and let's just get right to it. There's so much talk about a shift in the market. Matter of fact, there's a book called Shift, which I've been reading on and off for a long time about the real estate market. Do you believe a shift is going to happen? And if so, how how much is it going to shift?
Okay, well, I think that the word shift, which is being used by a lot of people, um, is a word that connotates change. And what we have to realize that for us, we understand the change. We're living it day to day. So the vast majority of kind of get a feel for it. It moves at a molasses kind of pace, and we don't have to get nervous about it. When the consumer hears the word shift, they think of the word change. And whenever there's a change, there's concern. So what we need to do is be ahead of this shifting market, both in what we know and what we say, so that concern that a consumer can have doesn't turn into, fear, and then the fear turns into panic, and all of a sudden things get crazy. What I'd like to say, more than the market is shifting, the word I like to use is the market is normalizing. If we go back a year ago and we think about what agents were praying for back then, praying to the gods of real estate for, was they needed more listings and they needed prices to slow up, because if they continued appreciating at 6, 7, 8, in some markets 12, 13%, we were going to have another housing bubble.
Right.
So a year ago, when I was talking to agents, they were saying, Steve, we got to pray to the gods that we get more listings and that prices slow up a little bit. Well, a year later, our prayers were answered. More listings are coming to the market, and prices are reaching more normal appreciation, not that exaggerated appreciation we've seen over the last 5 years. And because that shift is taking place, people get nervous about that. But we have to realize that's exactly what we asked for a year ago. And the reason we asked for it a year ago is because that's what the market needed. So I'd like to talk about the market as normalizing right now. It's not
Okay.
shifting, it's going back to a normal situation, because first we had the crash, and then we had a recovery. And now things are starting to balance out to more normal numbers. If you want me to talk about those numbers, I will.